Well, good morning. Welcome to Nathan's Garage. I'm Nathan Kershaw and thank you for tuning in for this little journey that we have with the Mutt. As always, thank you so much to everyone for supporting the channel, likers, subscribers, sharers, Patreon, PayPal pool, tip jar. You are all appreciated and needed. Really want this channel to grow. We're creeping up on 17,000 subscribers. Let's make it 20 really soon and keep this ball rolling. Talking of rolling balls, what are we doing today? We're going to be swapping over onto that side, and as we saw the box section in yesterday's episode, we're going to be replicating it over on that side. Then I want to do that high rear bar. Get that done? I don't know. One thing before we start, let me address a question which keeps popping up. The question is, why don't I move this steering wheel forward? Okay, so there's a thing called ergonomics, and it's the relationship between steering wheel, seat, pedals, buttons, shifter, e-brake, everything inside. BMW paid millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars to get that right. Now, yes, there is compromise with hot rods, as in this is a compromise. If I move the steering wheel forward, the seat's too far forward now, so I can't really demonstrate it fully, but the seat will be further back. So, steering wheel in a good position. If I then move this steering wheel forward, the pedals don't move forward, and the seat can move forward a little bit. So I then become hunched over with my knees around my ears. So I'm not going to change this relationship of steering wheel here, pedals there, seat here, which can move on its tracks, because that is going to create a really comfortable driving position for me. So that's why steering wheel staying right there. Now I realised I may have jumped the gun a little bit on cutting this door open because I've not put this upper bar in here, and when I did it on the other side, I think as the weld cooled there was a slight bit of movement, so I want to get that done. So I think I'm going to throw in a couple of tacks and just keep it in place while I put this top bar in, cut it open again, then do the box section. Okay, so got that top bar in over there, so now we...
Sorry. Hi.
Fantastic.
Hi, just saying hi, and I'm headed to take care of the biggest dog.
Okay, big dog, pig dog.
I'll be back in a couple hours. I'm just going over my lunchtime.
Okay.
Lunchtime.
All right, baby.
Okay, bye.
Love you, bye. So just while we tack this side in, I just threw a couple of tacks in the door. So let's pull them out and pray. One thing that would be nice about building my own frame is the symmetry that I would build in, because there is none of it in this firewall. The other side, the first piece went up to about there. On this one, it's up to there. Yeah, very different situation. That's another thing that a few of you asked, is why haven't I built my own frame? Well, you've got to remember, this is my fourth build and my first unibody. So I don't have that much experience. I don't have that much kit, tools, and, you know, flat floors and space and time and money. So my own frame is going to be, you know, it's going to happen at some point, but it may be another couple of cars down the road, because every time I do something like this, I learn something which will serve me, you know, in building my own frame. There we go. We are mid making our way up the A-pillar. One piece will take us to the top. Lovely. Okay, just starting the last part of this, and it ties in beautifully up here, which I'm very happy about. Remember, on this side there's more room here because there's no booster. I'm going to chop a piece down and weld it in the other side, because I really want to tie the top of this A-pillar into all this. Let's see if the welding gods are being nice to me. Hope my head wasn't in the way. I'm pretty okay. There we go. So that is all in. Just going to do a few more runs at the top in that sort of area. And she's in, and she's tied in at the top as well, and into the A-pillar. Get in there. That's great. Absolutely great. It's tied in right to here. Really happy with that. So a few more beads on this side. Then what I may do is I may pull this bar off the bottom, and I can start to clean up this floor area, and then more bars come off. Right, we're tied in with Right, we're tied in with 1.5 inch box all the way up to just under the windshield. 1 inch 11 gauge box from the outriggers all the way to the windshield, incorporating both cars. As I said, right up to the windshield. So now this is the ceremonial removal of the next bar. The reason why I'm putting the film on this early in the chopping proceedings of removing a bar is because I just did this spot welder on the other side and got a god almighty ping. You definitely know you're making progress when you have less places to place your ground. So trimmed all that, it's going to run weld all across there, and then that locks in the chassis leg, and then we'll start prepping. I'm going to take this out, that's ugly, and cut it there and run down to the sill. That first. There we go. It's pretty quick. Tied in. So now move on to this one. So the as I say, the bottom of the original BMW chassis leg is now tied into this box. Awesome. So I want to run a piece of flat to that point, because after that point the floor on the back goes down, so we'll have a different strategy. One of the best things about cardboard aided design is that when you have a major brain fart and cut a piece of cardboard that has no relation to the hole it's going in, you can just cut another one. Weird. Cardboard took me 3 goes. Let's see how I do with steel. Right, it took me about what seems like an age to cut that and jiggery and pokery it. And then on the other side I traced out where the outriggers are, and I'm going to drill some holes and plug weld it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if I said I was happy, it wouldn't be a lie. Actually got some good beads as well, burnt through a couple of times there, and the bloody underseal came through, but nice there. Got some nice runs. And so we've seamed them on the end of each outrigger, spotted them and spotted them along the chassis leg as well, and stitched them as well. We're just got to close that down. You know, oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. You know, we'll put a chair in and look like the floor was completely done. Oh, look at that. Isn't it just awesome? So I'm going to run some stitches. Where's my finger? Run some stitches, you know, in strategic places. Oh, it looks great. And with seat. There we go. Lovely. So this is pretty much the same height as the BMW floor was, because I had a bunch of wires running in here and like plastic guides, and then the carpet was padded. So it's kind of in the same vein. I'm so happy with that. And that's it for today's episode of The Mutt Show. Lots was done and it was an awesome day. This is definitely a happy days day. Got all the reinforcement and bracing done over on the A-pillar on the passenger side, finished off the A-pillar on the driver's side, finished the floor here. Oh, we are moving forward. I did think there was going to be more Flintstone-based shenaniganery before the car was more, well, as finished as this. I just thought we were going to stick a few bars and then, you know, take it down the street. But the Mutt said no! And I don't know what that's from. I know that's from a film or a TV show or something, but I don't know. But the Mutt said no! You know? She said I need a bit more, so she's getting what she needs. Tomorrow we're going to be cutting more bars out on that side, probably do the floor on that side as well, work back on the floor on this side. Oh yeah, we did the upper bar on the other side as well. So, I mean, she's solid. I mean, I'm really getting to the point where, you know, we do the whole overbuilding thing, but it's pretty good, you know. I don't think I'm going to worry about safety when I've further overbuilt this. But anyway, as always, thank you so much. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. If you like, subscribe, share, kind of leads me further up the suggested lists, and that allows me to buy more stuff. You see, I could have used thinner metal and done a bead roller, but don't have it, so that's 14 gauge. I kind of like building heavy, but whatever. Anyway, so thank you for supporting the channel, and I shall see you tomorrow.